Yes, sir. What is up? What's happening? What better way to start your week off than to kick off? I don't know about you, but in down south Georgia, it's real rainy, wet, dark, time change effects. What better way to kick off your week than just to start it out with a bang with some Tom MacDonald? Huh? What's up, Hangover Gang? What's up to all my people out there? What's up to my members? What's up to the subscribers? What's up to the commentators? What's up with all y'all? I hope all of y'all are well. I hope your week is starting off well. It has been a little bit of a slow start, but you know me, I'm a grinder. As Mama Don said, we got to get out here. We got to kick Monday's arse. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to start this week off the correct way with a little bit of Tom. I've been seeing y'all tagging me in the interview, man. I've been seeing y'all tagging me in this interview. I am a little bit jelly. I'm a little bit jelly, but I'm not exactly a peanut butter and jelly. You know what I mean? It'll come. My day will come. With that being said, it was a super dope interview. Shout out to the gentleman that did that interview. It was fire. It was a super good interview. And for Tom Tuesday, we're going to go over some of the points that were made during that interview. But yeah, I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope all is well with you, and I'm ready to kick this thing off. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into it. Yeah. One more thing. Also, if you want to support this page, the best way to do it is through memberships. So consider joining. It's super dope. We have a super good time in the Discord. We really enjoy each other's company. It's a growing community that continues to grow in a positive way. So I want all of you guys to feel welcome. All you got to do is you just become a member here on YouTube. You can become a member on Patreon to get in our Discord the same way, or however you want to do it. So, you know, there's that. That's an option. Super chat, super thanks, Cash App tips, all that good stuff, man. So thank you guys. You can find all of this in the description below the video. So with that being said, let's get into this Tom video, man. Hey.
They gon' try to call you names, label you with things till you're ashamed. You're a sexist or a racist, white supremacist or gay. They'll attack your reputation, claim that you're the one to blame.
Go back a little bit I want to see that sign. Transphobe. That's some dope artwork. Shout out to Nova. Transphobic, racist, ugly, trash, privileged, sexist, loser, stupid. The things that they call us just for having an opposing viewpoint. And yet we're the ones that have fumbled in society. We're the ones that have taken the ball and dropped it. We're the ones. But yet you want to call us all of these names and expect for them not to hurt. Now, sticks and stones. You can't hurt me with words. But you can't have the argument that you want peace, that you think everybody is equal, and you feel like everybody deserves the same justice as one another here in our country, but on the same token, you want to turn around and call us these things. Come on.
Racist, white supremacist or gay. They'll attack your reputation, claim that you're the one to blame, and try to make you hate yourself for ways that you behave. They're just names. Embrace them and they'll never cause you pain. They're just words that another person thought up in their brain. They're just names. They do not define you. That's insane. And they'll just call you something different if you change.
Facts. And that goes to the opposing viewpoint as well. Like if some crazy Trump supporter calls you the N-word or calls it, like, I get it. You know what I mean? It would make me mad too. It'd make me upset too. But at the end of the day, it's just a word. You don't have to let that transcribe into your behavior. You don't have to let that affect how you feel, how you act, how you react, how you channel yourself into society. You don't have to let it affect any of that. Now, I understand if enough people are doing that, and your back is on the wall, you got to come out swinging and you got to do what you got to do. But that should be on a person-by-person basis, not this group ideology. Like, I don't subscribe to none of that because we're all different. We all think differently. Even me and my team. Even me and the people that are in our Discord that I was just telling y'all should join. We have opposing viewpoints on a lot of stuff. It's all about how you take it. It's all about how you converse with each other. It's all about how you propel forward without letting those things irritate you to the point where you cause issues in a relationship or cause issues in a potential friendship or cause issues in society. It's a person by person basis. The group ideology doesn't work because we all think so differently from one another. And 10 years ago, I got to the point in my life where I was like, you know what, man, I can't change the way somebody thinks. You're going to think the way you want to think. You're going to think the way you're going to think. There's nothing that I could do to change that. Now, if you don't know what to think, that's where my job comes into play. Like, if you start the conversation off like, I don't know what to think about this, Nelson. All right, well, let's have the conversation. But if your mind's already made up, what's the point in even having the conversation? What good does it do? These are things that you got to think about as you propel and move forward.
Call me racist, I don't make no BLM donations. I can stand with black folks without a branded corporation. All this systemic prejudice, if you live in this nation, you privileged, black or Caucasian. Call me transphobic.
I like that. I know this seems like one of the songs I'm going to be pausing every 4 bars, but I like that. It don't matter if you're black or white. If you live in this country, you have a privilege. You are privileged. Period. I've gotten to the point where that word irritates me. Privilege. Because of the color of a skin, you can be privileged. There's certain aspects in life where I could see where one might think that way. But at the end of the day, like I said, every person is a different person that thinks differently. So if I had privilege, I fumbled all my privilege. My family fumbled all my privilege. So now I'm just like you, and I don't have any. And now I got to work my way up from the bottom. Just like you. So what's that mean? And if I make it, how dare you try to put privilege, the stamp of privilege, on my work ethic and what God has blessed me with? How dare you? I think he's right, man. I think we're all privileged. We're all privileged.
Folks without a branded corporation, all this systemic prejudice. If you live in this nation, you privileged, black or Caucasian. Call me transphobic, but I support you in your policies. I just can't ignore the very basics of biology. All I see is men and women trying to live in harmony, not 100 genders that you wanna be. Call me snowflake, cause I'm offended, I ain't stone-faced. Social justice warriors destroying us with woke ways. Mad because they voted for the POTUS with the most hate. Man, I miss the old days. Call me loser, call me bigot, call me stupid, call me bitter, call me...
Man, I miss the old days. Me too. Me too, Tom.
Hate. Man, I miss the old days. Call me loser, call me bigot, call me stupid, call me bitter, call me ugly, call me cracker, call me doucher, call me triggered. You can call me what you want, cause at the end of the day, man, they're just names. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. We ain't tripping cause we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain. Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. Give a damn about the names, dog.
That's hard. Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. That's funny.
Feel no shame. Call us anything you want, I'm getting bored. They gon' try to...
I feel this sentiment. It is exactly how I feel. I think how I think. I am who I am. I believe that my way of thinking is right. I believe that the principles and the Bible and everything that I stand on is 100% correct. I do believe I can be wrong, and when I'm wrong, I apologize. But I believe in what I stand on. You can call me whatever you want to call me. It doesn't hurt me because ultimately my belief system is centered around what I stand on. So you literally got to knock me off my pivot to bother me. But you can't knock me off of my pivot. So it's a pointless conversation. And I understand that. Like a lot of people, it's pointless for me to have a conversation with about faith, for instance. Your mind's already made up. I can't talk a Muslim into Christianity if he stands in his Islamic faith in the same way that I stand in my Christian faith. There's no way, because I know you can't knock me off of mine. You could bring proof to me in some way, shape, or form. Like, look, the Bible is inaccurate. No, I won't believe the proof. That's how much I stand in what I stand in. And a lot of people are like that. Now, if it's your faith and you're talking about your relationship with Jesus, or you're talking about your relationship with God, it's a little more tricky, because if you bring me evidence that, hip hop has done more harm for society than good, that's evidence that I might have to take into consideration whenever I decide that I'm out, or whenever I'm out here just celebrating hip hop and everything of it. You get what I'm saying? But with faith, that's who I am. And if it's who I am, I'm not going to change. Not for you. Not because you think you got some evidence. No, I have a relationship with Jesus. You can't take that away from me. It's like telling me my wife doesn't exist. No. No. So that's how I feel.
They gon' try to call you names, label you with things till you're ashamed. Repeat it till you really start believing what they say. They gon' stamp it on your forehead and scream it till you break. They love to say they woke, they not awake. They're just names, afraid of anyone who ain't the same. So they classify your thoughts as controversial, not okay. Then they cancel you till everything you have all gets erased. They trying to tell the world you bad, they're just names. Call me conservative or liberal, Republican or Democrat. I'm somewhere in the middle, but y'all don't know what to do with that. The system got you so obsessed with classifying right or left.
And nowadays, being in the middle of all of that just automatically pushes you into conservatism. It does. Because if I have a conversation with a liberal friend of mine, he's going to see me as an enemy when it comes to politics. It's the same way the other way around too. Most of the super hardcore conservatives want you to choose a side. You can't just stand in the middle, So that's just where we're at. That's society. It's what we have to teach our kids.
We're in the middle, but y'all don't know what to do with that. The system got you so obsessed with classifying right or left. You never call a person human, call them names instead. Call me sexist. Men run the world cause they're aggressive, but behind every man there's a woman just as successful. We will never be equal in every way, that ain't helpful. Our differences are why we're great together. Call me white devil, I know you think the system favors me. My privilege is residual benefits from the slavery. Subconscious prejudice embedded in the system made for me. Don't mean I never struggled to survive, I guess we ain't agree. Ignorant and jaded, call me dumb, uneducated. Call me idiot or redneck or delusional or crazy. Call me anything society has taught you to say. Cause at the end of the day, they're just names.
Go ahead and call me anything the society has taught you to say about me. He be throwing some stuff into these songs sometimes, dog, that's like a whole conversation within itself. Like, go ahead, call me whatever society wants you to call me. You didn't make it up. This isn't your mindset. This isn't your real thoughts. You are stuck in this matrix of wokeism, and you think because you're with these woke people that you have the audacity to call me these things on the internet that you wouldn't say to my face. And because whatever you end up calling me is ultimately just what society teaches you to call me. That's a fact. And if society is teaching you to call me these things, then how can you be mad about what society taught me to call you? And that's a large part of why I stand in the middle, because I do see it from both angles. It's like no matter what side of the fence you stand on, you're so centered in your gravity that nobody could tell you anything. You know what I mean? Nobody can even have a discussion with you because they're just an idiot. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a liberal wants to, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it because I normally talk about liberals in a negative light. So I'm gonna talk about conservatives in a negative light a little bit. If you're super conservative and a liberal really tries to have a real conversation with you about why they feel the way you feel, you are most of the strongest conservatives I know won't give them the time of day. They won't, because they think that they're morons. Why would I listen to an idiot talk to me about anything? And that lack of patience is why we are where we are. It's why everybody chooses a side, even when there isn't a side that should be chosen. It's like when people were wearing masks for COVID. They didn't know what to think. They was like, should I wear a mask? Should I not wear a mask? How did something like that get wrapped up into being a liberal? Like if you had a mask on, you were a liberal. Now, I will say I never wore a mask. Maybe like once or twice at the most, just because like I had to wear it to go inside somewhere or something like that. And then I ended up just taking it off inside anyway. But like, and they looked at me like, oh, well, you're a conservative. It's like, what does this mask have to do with what I think politically? And why am I being wrapped up into that? Why? It doesn't make any sense. But we let it trick us, and that's where we are today. And we're still like that. It's like, oh, if you got blue hair, you're a liberal. I will say though, man, most of y'all blue hair people are liberals. But it's become the new racism is what side of the fence are you on? Are you a politics? That's disgusting. So I hate to tell you black people out there that are fighting for black rights and all this, that, and the third. I hate to tell you guys, the real fight now is y'all are labeled liberals and white people are labeled conservatives. And then the white people that are labeled liberals are snowflakes. And it's just this consistent bandwidth of nonsense that we've all played a part in. Whether you want to admit it or not, we've all played a part in this. And it's just, that's the main issue in society that needs to stop, bro. And now if you say you voted for Trump, or if you are aligning yourself with conservatorship, now people look at you like a racist. How is that? I can't wrap my brain around it. We're talking about politics, not ideology. Why has politics become an ideology? Why has it become part of who you are as a person? It makes zero sense to me. I don't understand it, especially going back to what I said in the beginning of the video, how everybody thinks how they think and everybody thinks differently from one another. No one of us is 100% alike. It's wild. And what I'm starting to see is more and more and more people aligning themselves with a viewpoint that they don't believe in just because they respect and appreciate other people that have that same viewpoint, and they don't want to argue with them, and they don't want to look bad to that person, or they don't want to upset that person, so they just align themselves with a viewpoint that they don't even necessarily stand on, which is even crazier than everything we just talked about. What a weird society, bro. What a weird society. Tom, I miss the old days too, dog.
Taught you to say, cause at the end of the day, they're just names.
Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing.
We ain't tripping cause we heard it all before.
Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain.
Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore.
Go ahead and call us names, dog.
This is my part.
Y'all are tripping, but I hope you find the Lord.
Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no shame.
Call us anything you want, I'm getting bored.
Hey.
Your sticks and your stones might break my bones.
Your sticks and your stones might break my bones, but them words ain't never gonna hurt me. It's crazy I said sticks and stones at the beginning of this very video. Think about it. I did, dude. That's crazy. Same ideology, bro. Same ideology. I believe the same thing. You can't hurt me with words. Then you got to get into the mindset of why you even allow these criticisms to bother you in the first place, right? Like, I'm a Christian. If someone calls me a devil worshiper, they can say it as many times as they want to say it. Why would I let that bother me when I know what I stand on and I know my belief system? I'm going to tell you why it bothers everybody so much is because people are finicky about where they stand for real. If words hurt you, listen. If words hurt you, it's because you are finicky about where you stand. If someone calls you an idiot, but you're smart, it shouldn't bother you at all. If someone calls you racist, and you know you're not racist, you know you don't have a racist bone in your body, don't defend yourself. Why are you defending yourself when you know better? Think about these things. Don't allow those words to discourage you and put you in a negative set in life. Because if you can say that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But if you ultimately allow those words to even cause a stray argument, at the end of the day, you're probably finicky about what you're standing on. Or you might just love arguing. Some people just love arguing, which, you know, that's cool. But I would still, even if you're the type that loves to debate and loves to argue, you should still ask yourself, like, why am I letting it's okay to argue and to debate if you're not letting it get to you. But only you and God know. But if you're having that conversation, that back and forth, and you're sharing disparaging words back to the person you're into the debate with, you really need to ask yourself, am I finicky about what I stand on? Why am I allowing this to bother me? And trust me, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. People like to be tough. People like to say that they aren't bothered by things, but at the end of the day, they very much are. So just ask yourself, like, am I this solid in my faith? Am I this solid on what I stand on? Like, if I know I'm not a white supremacist and I know that I hang out with black people and I love black culture and I'm like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't call me racist, bro. Like my friends will think you're a moron. Like, I think you're a moron. Like, there's no point in having the discussion. So if someone just starts reeling off and calling me racist, I'm gonna ignore it. If someone calls me an idiot, I'm going to ignore it. If someone says I'm a bad content creator, I'm going to ignore it. You could, so like in the Ghost video that I just did, not Tom's Ghost. A lot of people got that confused. The band Ghost, they had a song that came out called Satanized. And I talk about, it's very simplistic to me. The song, cool, Lil Bop. The video was mocking religion or mocking the Catholic Church. But no matter what you think about the Catholic Church, at the end of the day, the church is the bride of Christ. So you're mocking the bride of Christ. If you're mocking the bride of Christ while you're internally making a song about how you have demons and you need help getting rid of those demons, I was just talking about how crazy it is and ironic it is to make fun of the thing that you need the most to get rid of these demons. It was real simplistic, right? So all these people, all these Ghost fans commented and called me all these crazy things and tried their best to get a rise out of me, tell me that my feelings were hurt, to all this crazy nonsense, bro. And I just like sat back and was like, none of this bothers me. My team, there were people in our Discord that were like, dog, I don't know if I've ever seen nobody get cooked like this in the comment section. I love it. It just lets me know that my spirit's irritating their demons. But it doesn't bother me. You think I lost any sleep when I was sleeping next to my beautiful wife? No. Half of these people are probably, you know what I mean? Like, they probably are 40 years old living with their moms with like, they don't, their opinion doesn't even matter because nobody champions their opinion. Like, my opinion means something. I have fans. You know what I'm saying? My opinion stands because I have a thread of people that back up my opinion. No matter how big or how small, I do this now, like for a living at this point. This is a job of mine. So people seek my opinion, right? So I'm allowed to speak on my opinion, and you're allowed to speak on yours against me. Just know that if your feelings are hurt, but when you return it, I don't get hurt, what does that say about us? What does it say about me? And what does it say about you? If you ask me, it says that I'm not finicky about what I stand on. I'm 100 on what I stand on. And it says that you're probably finicky about what you stand on, which is why you felt the need to make hateful comments. It's just truth.
But your words don't hurt.
So give me your worst.
Stupid loser,
Sorry.
ugly poser, moron, liar, crazy loner.
Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. We ain't tripping cause we heard it all before. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no pain. Your words ain't gonna hurt us anymore. Go ahead and call us names, dog. Do your thing. Y'all ain't tripping, but I hope you find the Lord. Give a damn about the names, dog. We feel no shame. Call us anything.
I think my favorite line in the song is, "Y'all are tripping me, I hope you find the Lord." That's hard. That's funny. Very well done, well executed. Shout out to Nova for the fire video, bro. That was a super dope video. Super, super dope video. And shout out to Tom just for, making an anthem for the people to talk about. Like, this should be talked about more. It should be heavily spoken about. This should be a part of an everyday conversation amongst peers. Like, if you're offended or upset when somebody calls you something, you should ask yourself why. And then you should ask yourself, whenever you call somebody something, why they're not offended. You should have these conversations with yourself, because I see it on both sides, y'all. I do. I mean, I call it like I see it. I see conservatives that are like this, and I see liberals that are like this. I see white people that are like this. I see black people that are like this. I see men that are like this. I see women that are like this. And we all know that if you don't know whether you're a man or a woman, or you are confused about that, then you're probably finicky about what you stand on as it is. So I love this. I think this is a great conversation starter, and I think that it's something that we all need to be talking about consistently, for sure. Because if we don't, then we're just going to get trapped in it. And these are things I teach my children. Like my daughter, she's short. And she's just gone into middle school. So, she cares about what people think. And she cares about what they say about her, right? And she's a beautiful girl. She plays sports really well. She has a large group of friends. But, if she's killing it in softball, like statistically, like if her stats are there, like she's murderous with it, right? Which she is. And someone walks up to her and is like, "You suck at softball." Even at 11 years old, you should be able to laugh that off. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Now, there are situations, like with racism specifically, like if the color of your skin is black and someone's like calling you the N-word, I can understand why that would upset you. I can. But if you know that you're not what they're insinuating you are, which whatever that may be, like ignorance, arrogance, dumb. Like I don't really know what white people mean when they say that word. It was before my time. But if you know you're not the things that they're speaking on, I can understand why it would upset you, because you can't control the color of your skin, but you should still be able to stand firm in the fact that you're not that. So it shouldn't bother you to that extent. The same way, like if black people call me cracker, which, I don't think that that's necessarily like, I don't feel no way about that. You can call me that as much as you want to, but a lot of white people get heavily offended by that. And I just tell them, like, if you know that that's not what you are, then why do you care? A lot of people call me hateful. I know that I'm loving. A lot of people, whatever you want to say, fill in the blank. At the end of the day, when you go and you lay your head down at night, you either know who you are or you don't. And if you're finicky, that's okay. Just learn who you are. Learn what you really stand on. Learn what really makes sense to you and propel forward, so that when people do call you things, it doesn't trigger you or bother you. It seems real simplistic to me. It does. It doesn't seem like something that should cause this much of a fray. Anyway, man, I'm creeping up on 30 minutes here. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening to my commentary and giving me the time of day. Thank you for caring about what I think. Like I said, if you want to support this channel, super chats, super thanks, memberships, cash out tips. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, helping my dreams to come true. And for all the Tom fans, we'll see you again for Tom Tuesday tomorrow. For everybody else that watches all of these tangs, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I will see you on the next one. All right. Peace.